Hey guys, in this video I'm just going to go over how to do the spin bike as effectively as possible within reason. And what I mean by that is I haven't actually done this in over a year or so it's definitely going to kill me. I'm probably only going to run 5 intervals today, just because I do have to progressively move back into it. No different to if you haven't done weight training in a long time. You may consider doing a lighter session or a general adaptation session before moving into what we typically do, which would be 10 to 12 rounds or 10 to 15 rounds, or even up to 20 rounds. But yeah, so this is going to show you maximal intensity. It's going to give you an idea of how hard you should be pushing when you do your HIIT, and it's just going to run through the basics of it. So what I do is I use my phone and I just go to the timer option. And for the first minute, I just pedal easily, just to get into the groove of things, feel good. And then I will move the dial, the resistance dial on the bike for 15 seconds, go as hard as I can, and then pull it back for 45 seconds. Sometimes I'll still pedal slowly for that 45 seconds. Other times I'll just rest completely. To be honest, if you rest completely, you actually feel worse. So it is good to just keep pedaling nice and easily. Without dying, because it does hurt the whole time. And if your HIIT doesn't look anything like this, you may want to consider or reconsider your intensity and the effort that you're putting in. But we go to this, and I just go start, let it go for a minute, and once it's going, I'll click lap at the 15-second mark and at the 45-second mark, etc. So then I can just time how many intervals that I've completed. Like I said, I'm going to aim for 5 today, and it's going to be brutal, so let's do it. You want to make sure that your bike is set up at the right heights for you, so when you're pedaling, when you're sitting down, your knees should be able to go completely straight and not be bent. So right now, they're bent completely, bent throughout the whole movement, which is not ideal, so I should raise this up, which is optional, to be honest. Sometimes you can just stand up throughout the high intensity portion, but it's really up to you. You also want to make sure that you lock your feet in, so you don't pedal extremely fast and then your feet fall out and you hurt yourself. The reason why, you guys already know this, but the reason why I use the bike is because there's no impact. You're not going to hurt your hips or your knees or your ankles or anything else like that. Whereas if you were doing sprints outdoors, you probably would feel a bit of impact in those areas, which could lead to injury, especially if you're in a fat loss phase, or you're very lean and fragile, or you have no energy. When I do this, sometimes I close my eyes and just push hard. Other times I stand up. Other times I'm quite loud. But I try to envision that I'm sprinting, because I do have a sprinting background, track and field. So I envision that I'm sprinting. When the resistance is high, I'm sprinting up a hill. When it's not so high, I'm just sprinting harder. The resistance that you use, you can go extremely hard, so your legs are really struggling to keep pushing or pushing through the revolutions, or you can make it less resistant, so your legs are moving super fast. Either way, the intensity is going to be there, and the blood's going to be pumping into your quads, and you're going to be feeling it. I would suggest trying to keep it the same for each range or each interval, just so you progressively improve and adapt to that. But you can go really, really hard and then a little bit easier if you feel like you're not recovering in time. Anyways, let's do this. Also, I don't have any water, so if I die, I die, and I need to pee, but that's all right. Let's go. I'm just going to do a minute, nice and easy. If you've just done a leg session or something like that, you may not need to do a whole minute of cycle. You might be able to just go straight into it. I personally prefer to, I haven't done that today. It's a rest day for me. So a minute feels good. Get the blood moving, get your heart rate up a little bit. Yeah, got 15 seconds to go. Alright, so in about 5 seconds or 8 seconds or so, I'm going to turn the dial up. I'm going to go as hard as I can for 15 seconds, and then I'm going to go slower. Just upping the resistance right now, and let's go. And I'm just dropping the resistance so I can keep pedaling a little easier. Alright, that was pretty fast. And I could have made that resistance a bit higher so my legs wouldn't move so fast. And that one, they were moving so fast I felt like I could fall off the bike if I wasn't strapped in. And that's not a feeling you want to have. So the next one will be harder, higher resistance, my legs won't move as much. And that's going to happen in about 8 seconds. Woo! So I said I'd do 5 intervals. I want to quit at 2. And that's how intense it should be. So if your HIIT doesn't look like this, you may want to come and do it with me, or reconsider your intensity. I'm going to do one more for the sake of this video, so you don't have to watch me forever. And then I'm going to keep going after that, do 2 more after that. Alright, let's go. Woo! That is how you do cycle bike. If you can do it better than that, please share your video. And I'll be impressed. That's it.